Everyone, CPO here, and in this video I want to share with you something I found that makes training safer, and I'm all about that. So let's get to it. So I'm getting ready to put on a 2-day pistol course, and I'm often thinking about ways as an instructor I can ensure a safe environment while using real firearms. I'm also a big proponent of dry fire training, and I do that nearly daily. And there's a couple different methods there to remain safe. But I ran across this product that is what I wanted to share with you today. This is the BarrelBlok. I thought it was a great idea, and I wanted to share that with you guys so that you can maybe incorporate something like this into your training routine. So for safe firearms training, there are a lot of options, right? You can do blue guns, or in this case, orange gun. This is an exact replica of my Kimber TLE 1911. And while this is great in some training scenarios, it doesn't help me with trigger pull. It doesn't help me with sight alignment. Yeah, it's just not that effective. So for that, we tend to go to the real guns. The problem with real guns is they can take real bullets, so we have to be extra safe. When you dry fire, you should always do it in a room that doesn't have any ammunition in it. You should always, if you can, have maybe a second set of eyes, verify that your handgun is clear. But in this case, I want you to notice I have a BarrelBlok in here. There's a couple things that I really like about this, and first of all, let me tell you, for my 1911, which I didn't bring down the 1911, I actually have a big yellow BarrelBlok for my Kimber. It's basically a 45 caliber BarrelBlok. It's yellow, and you have to disassemble the pistol, insert it into the barrel, and reassemble it. And it's great because it has this yellow tip hanging out the end, verifying that the gun is safe, and it's impossible to load a cartridge. Problem with that one is you have to disassemble and reassemble the gun each time. And I was going to get some more of those, actually. And then I ran across the BarrelBlok, and I'm like, this is genius. Why have I not heard of this before? So as you can see, I have a little flag out the front. Now they recommend you cut this to fit. They recommend leaving an inch out the front. This is probably, I don't know, a little less than ½ an inch, just because of where it worked out. And because I like to use them for holster training and things like that, I wanted it visible, but you know, as unobtrusive as possible. And so, yeah, that's what's in there now. And I will show this to you. And as you can see, you can remove it without disassembling the gun. So there is another method which I have been using, which I wanted to share with you in case you wanted to go a DIY route. And this comes from my friend Dave Bowie at Bowie Tactical Concepts. He's a longtime firearms instructor for a very prominent school. He's a former SWAT commander. He's put a lot of guys through pistol training. And what he uses, actually, this is his. He gave it to me when we were talking about it. He uses a piece of weed eater cord. And what he does is slips that down through out to the bottom of the magazine well, and what it does is it makes it impossible to load a live ammunition or a magazine, and you can see clearly that you have an unloaded pistol, dry fires just fine, and then when you're done, you just take it out, throw it in your gun bag or whatever. So I really like that idea. The problem is you can't train with a magazine with that. So that's one of the other reasons I like the BarrelBlok. I'm sort of dancing around the BarrelBlok, but this is just really cool. It's basically mimics a cartridge with a flag at the end. And you can just simply insert it into the chamber, and now you're good to go. It's impossible to load a cartridge, a round, into the chamber of the barrel, but you can still run a magazine. I'll give you a look of that inside of there. So from a firearms instructor perspective, I should be able to show students that as long as this is in there, there's no way I can load a cartridge, which means if I'm demonstrating with a live pistol, obviously still keeping all of the safety rules in mind, but people can feel comfortable if they see this little flag out the front that the pistol is in a safe condition. Now, we don't take that for granted. We still don't point it at people. We always still treat the gun like it's loaded, but sometimes there's just a need to do demonstrations with a live handgun. So I think that this is a place where that shines. The other place it shines is if you're doing live fire training. You can rest assured that you can't accidentally load the pistol. And yeah, and then when you're done, you just pop it out. So yeah, and then I can go back to having a functional pistol. The other thing I like about this, that they didn't really advertise, but I think it's a great idea, is you can use this as a empty chamber indicator. So when we're at our ranges, oftentimes there are opportunities where we need to step away from the firing line. Maybe somebody needs to make a target change or something like that, and we're supposed to put an empty chamber indicator inside our pistol, leave the action open, and walk away. So this is a great little tool for that. It basically slips into the barrel, and it's a visual indicator that the chamber is empty. Beautiful. Anyway, or you just put it way in, and now you're back to a safe but dry fireable pistol. This is the 9mm. They have a different version for each caliber, and they have a lot of calibers available. I don't remember all of them, but I'll put a link to the website in the description where you can check them out. And that's what it looks like. And basically they give you these little cut lines. You can cut it to fit. You can leave the thing long if you want. They recommend, like I said, leaving an inch. These are 1/2 inch cut marks. I cut mine at the next cut mark past the barrel. Oh, also it comes with these mag blocks. You might have seen a previous video I did on the tap rack dry firing aid. This is a very similar concept. What it does is it slips in place of a cartridge into your magazine, just like that, and it gives a visual indication that the magazine's unloaded, but what it does is it pushes that little tab down on the follower that locks the slide open on an empty mag. So now you can cycle with the magazine inserted, so you can practice magazine changes. You can do all of your dry fire training with the magazine. I actually talked about why this could be important in my urban carry video, so go check that out. It turned out to make a big difference whether the magazine was in the pistol or not for my testing. So yeah, it comes with 3 of these and then the block for a ridiculously cheap price. So what I'm going to do is cut this one and set it up for my my carry gun. Completely empty pistol, right? Okay. And then inserting this is just that easy. Now I can leave this full length. I can cut it to a variety of lengths. All right, so I just cut that the same length as the other one, just basically the first little knob out of the barrel. And again, it gives a visual indication that the pistol is safe. Still allows me to do effective dry fire practice. And allows me to operate with a magazine. Yeah, I like it. And then when I want to remove it, remove the magazine, I find giving it a little push helps get it out. This one I was able to pull right out of the top. It depends on what angle it comes out at. If it's tilted down, it's easier to pull it out of the mag well. If it's tilted up, it's easier to pull it right out of the top. And then there we go. Empty chamber indicator right there. Good to go. So I have no affiliation with these guys. They don't know anything about me. I literally ordered 2 of them for our 2 Glocks here and liked it so much I wanted to share with you. So BarrelBlok, blocksafety.com. Link will be down in the description. Check them out. Tell them you heard it from me if you get a chance to talk to those guys. And yeah, I'll probably be buying some more from them because I think it's a really cool product. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.